All right. Hey, collective, how y'all doing out there? So we tapping into David again today. Now this story is not clear cut as I think we presume it to be. You know, because I've been looking at a lot of videos lately in regards to different people's interpretation of what may be going on. Now, it's this whole thing in regards to the gaming industry that got me, really got my mind, tweaking. I'm talking about it got it tweaking now. Because this is very important, because this is something that this boy created all on his own in his own little cubby hole in his sister's bedroom. Music. And I'm talking about, I actually took my time, went back and listened to some of his music, and he ain't bad. He ain't bad. And especially the demographic of people that he's singing for. Yeah, he pretty good. He pretty good, I must say. Now, I think it was maybe his initial songs that they had us listening to that made us question, if he was any good. But the boy can actually sing. But I was looking at what's the name of her show? That Surprise Witness. And she was given a synopsis on I think it's called 764. And I think it's the area code of a demographic of people that had been swayed in some type of way in regards to streaming services, being gang stalked and catfished and things of that nature, and how sometimes they prey on people with cognitive disorders, mental disabilities, and things of that nature, and make them do things that's questionable and then blackmail them for it. And I actually believe something like that was going on with David, because it made me think about another streamer, David Wade, and he was talking about him going to a school, and I think it was from kindergarten to 8th grade, and now he's homeschooled. What made me question why did all of a sudden he become homeschooled? It made me think that he did something, because I was looking at one of his little documentaries in regards to where he was working at, I think it was Starbucks. And he said the manager gave him a code where if he was ever short of any money, he can use this particular code and pay for his food. Now, this boy done gave everybody the code now. But, it made me think about when I was working at Ross. And I used to be the front end supervisor. And I know sometimes when we made mistakes on the register, we would have to call, a manager, to override it. And they would put in a code. Now, I remember this one girl. She had actually remembered the code because, they're right there putting the code in and you standing there, I never paid attention to it because, listen, I ain't going to steal nothing. But the girl remembered the code. And I remembered, now this is before I even knew she had the code. She would be in the break room counting all this money. And I used to be like, girl, why you bring all that money to work with you like that every day? I'm talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. I didn't even know that Ross was making money like that, in that short period of time, because it was like only part-time. How is you getting thousands and thousands of dollars like that right there? I didn't, I don't know. I wasn't seeing it making that much money. I don't know why. But anyway, it made me think about that. And she did actually get caught because he said he got caught. Loss prevention came in to speak with him. But he's a little liar, because he said that the manager, the same one that gave him the code, now I would have told on the manager, wouldn't you? Now he said she said loss prevention was here to speak with him, and he had to go in his office and talk. And the way that he was kind of expressing what was going on, I could tell that he was lying. Because first of all, he only said that it was like $14 in sandwiches that he had actually taken. And the man from loss prevention was telling him that it was a felony that he committed. Felonies is over $500. $14 is just, misdemeanor. Even though you'll still get fired for misdemeanor. So I just knew he was telling a damn lie when he told about the man told him, this was a felony. And I don't know. I don't think it was $14 in those sandwiches either. He probably was doing exactly what I said that girl was doing. Now, what we're going to do today. Now, that was a little bit. Because I'll be here all day in regards to the stuff that I discovered. Which makes me question if he did this or not. Another thing I want to mention. The mother. I mean, even the tattoo. Even if it's her body. And it's even making me think about the two Celeste. And the two Celeste, because he had an alter ego, I think he actually made an alter ego of that Celeste as well. Now, it might even be more bodies, because I seen a video with another news station finding another car abandoned with another body in the same freaking lot. Now, that was just too close for comfort. Now, they were talking about they had the same tattoos, but a lot of kids get that tattoo right there on their finger like that. It's like a trend. And then the mother. I seen a picture with somebody having the mother up there doing a reading on them. And the first thing came to my mind was black. And when she was doing the reading, she even expressed that in the card. I was like, what the hell is going on? Because when I look at people doing readings, despite what they see in the cards, I'm doing my own damn reading, looking at the cards. Now, I pay attention to what they saying, but I'm still doing my own reading. And that just blew my mind. And I was questioning, just because they're saying that these people are their mother and their brother, that doesn't necessarily have to be true. And I questioned TMZ. Their direct access is just a little bit too creepy for me. Because I do believe they're a cult. Now, of course, this is all for entertainment purposes only. I gotta say that. No, I don't trust them. I think they be lying. I think they be in on it. And especially sometimes when I see those money, when I see those GoFundMe comes up, I just see, dang. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I start to question stuff. And then they saying that the cousin had the GoFundMe up, not the mother. You know what I'm saying? What's that about? Why would the cousins, it just don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense. And somebody even said that they had seen the image of the little girl before, just like me. And it just keep plaguing me. Now, what we going to do today? Now, I know that was a lot. Y'all. I know it was a lot. It's just so much. I have to get it out. Now, what we going to do, we're going to see the relationship. Let's see the intent behind the people that he was signed with. Because that, I was like, damn. It was like, they had some scouters that hit him up one day. They flew out the next day and boom, bam, wham, they were signed. I was like, God damn, slow down. People need to stay independent. And when I was telling y'all before about it matters in regards to his nationality, I don't know why it did, but it did. come to find out, I think his mother has an American accent, because I didn't pick up the London accent with her, but I did the father. And I think sometimes when he go in and out of his egos from David to, I think it's Ikari, the other one, he'd speak London. Sometimes he even looked different. I'd be like, what the hell is going on with that? And I actually think that he made an alter ego for Celeste. I really do. Now let me see. That's a lot, I know, y'all. And I hope y'all with me. And I'm trying to think, what cards do I want to pull? I think I'm going to pull these. Alright, Spirit. Now let's see. The people that David signed with. Now, I don't even know why I'm asking this stupid question, because we know they ain't had no good intentions for this boy. None of them ever do they? None of them ever do. But I think they just did it too quick, and he should have maintained his independence. I don't think he needed anybody. And see? The first card out, they want to end him before he even damn started. The Six of Wands. You know? And before the Six of Wands is a challenge. It's like they wanted to keep him in a challenging position. They wanted to challenge him. Yeah, look. With the Five of Pentacles right there. And I think that this has a lot to do with, being blackmailed. Now, of course, before signing him, what they did was, they looked through his gaming platform where he was streaming, and went through the what do they call it, where they chatting and stuff like that right there, to pick up on his psyche and stuff like that right there. Understand that he was a little depressed in his own way, was troubled while he was homeschooled. Yeah, it was a reason why they kicked him up out of that school. What he did, I don't know. But I could feel it. It was something. Because he wasn't always homeschooled. And he had some resentments behind that. And I even think that he felt a little lonely and displaced because of that. And then to have lost his job, it gave him a lot of time to go into that Fortnite, that weird ass community. Now, he only mentions Fortnite, but I'm sure it's other, gaming streams where they be so, bloody, gory, and stuff like that. Now, I even picked up on, I got to get it out, y'all. Just so when you look at this, you can question, and even see what I'm saying. Now, because I'm into esoteric knowledge, numerology and things of that nature, learning the occult and stuff like that right there, because not to conform to any of it, but to understand it. I know that he was into that. He was tapping into some of that. Just by some of the things that he was expressing in regards to relationships and love. He thought that people were supposed to love, in occult knowledge, we have duality. We have a good and a bad. And, sometimes it's expressed that, there's neither good or bad. It is just what it is. Now, listen, I'm not there yet with that, because we see that shit is evil out here, right? Now, I think it's everybody's job, to ascend to the best version of yourself, to maintain that balance, and to understand that, there's no perfection in this, and that everything is a learning experience. But when it comes to unconditional love, it's not, people pleasing. It's making people take accountability. That's true love. It's not pampering and allowing people to get away with shit. And this in his mind, because it's something that Celeste seen in him that she wasn't pleased with, because it said that she cheated on him. She went outside the relationship. Now I don't know if they was on a break or what. Damn. Friends, we were on a break. Now I don't know if they was on a break or whatever, but listen, I say that because the last reading that I did on them, I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, I said she discovered something about him that she wasn't too fond of. And that's some of that dark stuff that he be into. Now, I don't know if the boy necessarily took it out. Just because he weird, that don't make him a straight up killer either. It don't. I mean, I think he's a little bit too smart to be this stupid in regards to the seeds. The breadcrumbs that he left behind. It's just too stupid. I don't know. Now I'm gonna do this one, and the next one we're gonna pick up on see, they wanted to use his innocence, his childlike, attitude, and even the mother and the father, boy, when I tell you that America shot these people a goddamn dream, they just don't even understand America. When I say they don't understand America, baby. Here's the Queen of Pentacles right here. Boy, we be trying to tell y'all. Boy. You see? That's what they saying, money. And they seen his little young ass as that money. Right there with the sun. The source of a lot of income. Boy, yeah. They gullible as hell. Yeah, look at that. There's the fire right there. And it's right here in this. Right before it. And 6-6. Look at it. Crazy work. That's it. It's all over again. I'm trying to tell you. And it's almost like spirit telling him he need to separate himself from this bullshit right here. I'm telling you, he should have maintained his independence. He gotta go right. He gotta ride back to the light. To his own, creativity. It's all him. He didn't need these people. And it's so crazy. I don't understand. I'm talking about, it's like, with everything that's going on in the media in regards to Diddy, the industry, sacrifices, being a part of it, going through those doors. You think, what do these people think, that this is just a game? I'm talking about, oh, we don't do social media. You need to do damn social media so you can know what the hell you out here dealing with. When people sit up there and talk about they don't watch TV and shit like that right there, listen. Something is seriously wrong with you when you think you out here winning, when you don't even know what's going on around you. That's why you be subject to being a damn fool and taken advantage of. Because you don't want to educate yourself on what's going on in the world. I'm talking about, if you look at the little mini documentary on how he got signed, it was like he was on the plane, signed, and back home. He He ain't been. I think he and then to make it so bad, he did it in 2022. And I'm just looking at all the numerology in regards to some of these dates and stuff like that right there. And to make it so bad, what is his birthday? He's an Aries, which is crazy, and he has Scorpio freaking moon. I'm Aries, and I'm just looking at, and this is Aries right here. Sun. With all these wands down here. You know? But it's the Leo. It's the ego. His alter ego. You see? The sun is, ruled by, the Leo is ruled by the sun. But it's all fire sign. That's all in here. This is crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting the feeling that there is some mental illness. And I don't know why I'm getting it from the mama. I don't know why. Yeah, something going on. Something is going on. But yeah. Came right back out. Boy. I'm talking about that's a lot of demons. And I'm talking about these are external. But judgment. And it's so crazy that I'm really questioning it, even if the freaking girl is freaking real or not. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. This is so crazy because I'm just thinking about their religious background as well. And it's just like those crazy ass people that thought they would be raptured. It's that deep. It's that kind of psychosis that's going on up in the house. Because just think about how dark he is, and he talks about his, Pentecostal beliefs, trying to maintain and balance it. But you operating more in the devil than anything. It's weird. And it's just so much of that right now being pushed right in our face. And it's like, open your eyes and see this for what it is. Somebody even came in my comments because I wanted to make fun of the rapture. This is psychotic as they want to be. Are you kidding me? You actually think that something is going to come down there and rapture your ass up in the sky? Boy, I tell you. Didn't I tell you that Bible? That Bible. Now you got all these people on here that actually, because it was supposed to be the 23rd or the 24th, which is so crazy because both of them is ritualistic. 23, you think about Kobe Bryant and all of them, and I kept telling y'all about the number 23. It's the number of skulls in your bones, skull and bones ritual, and 24. When I was saying they was using 24, think about Cardi B when she was being sued for 24 million. That has something to do with Jupiter and expansion. It's all ritual. This is why I tell you, when you learn, their language, you'll be aware of what's going on. It's not about conforming to it, but it's understanding it. This is why they use the number 23. And see the king? There you go. Right there with the sun. In the reverse. Look at all these ones down here. Now we talking about the industry as well. But that's their energy, and this is his energy as well. Wow. Yeah. And look, I don't know, sometimes, yeah, this is like slow down. Right here with Temperance and the Ace of Wands. His own little heart. His own little restriction. And I think it was a lot of rebellion against his mother. Something about him and his mom. But then you would hear him, you know, say things in regards to running things over with his mom, not necessarily the father. And this gives me the feeling that the father is old punk. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you go to your dad? Why are you going to your mommy? You know, and when you got both of them in the household. You know what I'm saying? And he would say his mom would bust him up. But then he would, you know, do things behind her back anyway. Like put out a song that she wouldn't necessarily like, but it wound up making money. You know? Yeah, but yeah. So we're gonna see, I told you. See the deception, and see the high priestess, and see the psychosis, the spell work, the playing on the mind. And I'm telling you, see, in the 8th house, this is just like his Scorpio energy right here. The 8th house. And it's mental, it's cray-cray. You know? It's restrictions. I'm telling you, and it's something going on with it. It's crazy. Look at that. That's freaking crazy with all that down here like that right there. Yeah, see? That's the feeling. That's the self-esteem. Something that's crazy. See? I don't know. The messages, the things. I don't know. I feel like it's something. It's somebody that we don't necessarily see. Somebody ain't real. Somebody is not showing themselves. Or something is going on. And I don't know who this is. It could even be a woman behind this right here. Because I don't know why it just something about the mom. And I don't know if it's the mom that, you know, did any of this, but yeah. Let me see. See? And look at the King of Pentacles. It fell over here on reverse. We seen the Queen. And see the Hermit? It's almost like it wanted to just drain all his life force. Because it's out here in reverse. And there's the King of Swords. Right there on the Five of Wands. And it's almost like it was a lot of people in those discords, you know, they all had a hand in his downfall. Yeah, they was really watching him. And I don't know if it's something that he didn't necessarily wanted to do. Why would they want to take him out so quick when he just got started? I don't understand that. When it could have been so much more money. I don't understand it. Now they say that he was living in a place where he was paying $20,000 a month. The boy was making some damn money. Now here's the Hierophant right up under the sun. You know? And this is somebody that's in charge. That's a cult. Right next to the King of Swords. And the money. I'm talking about see? And shattered dreams. As I move to him. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Why would they want to take his ass out like that right there? Yeah, they're the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. No more business. It's time to shut it up. See? Coming full circle. They shut his shit down, his whole world. Yeah. Yeah. And the lovers and the death. Look, this is what they're using, that relationship. That girl. There go the Eight of Pentacles in reverse under the Knight of Wands. That was the action taken to take his ass out. There you go right there. Look at that. The action in regards to that. And there's the Page of Swords. And that's the fucking spy with the High Priestess. That's the spy. I'm telling you. And this is where he at right now. In that rocky, in a tumultuous water. I told you he was trying to stand up for something against somebody. This is him. He's the emperor. He's Aries. Standing up for himself. Something he did. See? And that could be him messing. I think he actually was messing with the girl. Yeah. Yeah. I see it. I see he actually was messing with the girl. But it's somebody. It's somebody. And this is like a mother figure. But I think it's some chick. Somebody. But I think it's a lot of people involved. That shit is weird. Now, I don't know if he took her out or not. But I just think it's more to the story. Because it's just too stupid. He too smart to be that damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Too smart. But we'll be back. Next I'm going to pick up on the girl mother. Because she might got something to do with the shit too. She might even sent the girl into the Discord. You know what I'm saying? She could have, the lady that's claiming to be Celeste's mother could have been the person that's behind all this shit. She could be.